Okay, so I'm out here. Look, y'all. Look at the lightning in the sky. Oh my God, beautiful. I love thunder and lightning. But let me give you this encouraging word. I've been doing this word all day. I recorded twice and it didn't go through. Third time when I try to do it, it won't sound right. But anyway, so you might be wondering, why am I in this situation? Is anything good going to come out of this? Let me tell you a story. It's this guy named Naaman in the Bible. And Naaman was he was a commander-in-chief to the king. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so Naaman, he was a commander. Oh my God, I just love sitting outside. Oh, I love Chicago. And so they had went on a little raid and everything, and they had brought back a girl from Israel. And so they brought the girl back, took her captive, and so she was the like the servant of Naaman's wife. Well, Naaman was a man, like I said, he was a commander, and everybody, just kind of lift him up. And Naaman, but he had leprosy. Even though he was in his great position and everything, he had an infirmity about him. So the girl from Israel told Naaman's wife, I know a person, a man of God who can, heal your husband. So Naaman went to Israel to get healed. And so when he got there, I'm just kind of make a long story short because it can go deep. So when Naaman got there, go read the story. Go read the story, because I'm getting to the meat of what I'm gotta say. And so when he got there, Elijah told him to go and dip in the pool. Elijah sent word by his servant to go tell Naaman to dip in the Jordan. And so Naaman, took offense to that, like, why Elijah can't come meet me and tell me. So anyway, and he was like, and why should I go dip in the pool, Jordan, that dirty pool, when I just passed 2 pools that's way better than that? And he was like, I ain't finna do that. And so Naaman's servants told him, listen, if the man of God tell you to do something, go do it. So anyway, Naaman went and he dipped in the pool 7 times and he was healed. So he went before Elijah and told Elijah, thank you. And he was trying to give Elijah some gifts. But Elijah wouldn't take the gifts. He didn't want to, take what he had to offer. He said, well, since you won't take that, let me give you this soil of the earth. So Elijah accepted that. Okay, so the key points in that is, the girl from Israel, she went into bondage and captivity so another man could be saved. So an unsaved man could be saved. Let me tell you why. See, Naaman, he was trying to present gifts to Elijah. Elijah didn't want that. So he turned around and gave him what he used to worship other gods. And he accepted. So that is equivalent to what he was saying. God, I'm going to give you my sin. God, I'm going to give you, what's got me in bondage. I'm going to give you what's been keeping me away from you. And God accepted that. Hold on. It's raining. Hold on. So anyway, he was like, I'm going to give you what I've been worshiping. So I'm going to give it to God, And he told Elijah, he said, I no longer want to worship other gods. I want to worship, the one true God. The true God who has served. The one true God who has healed me. And he said, and can you go before the Lord and let the Lord know that when I go worship other gods, it's only because of my master, and kind of like, what, just kind of forgive me. The thing is, if the girl from Israel had never went into captivity, Naaman would have never known that the gods that he's serving could not heal him, but the God of Israel can. And because he found out firsthand, I'm sure Naaman was able to go back and tell the king that always worshiping other gods. He can tell him that them gods that we serve can't do nothing. But I know the God of Israel can do a lot. I want you to be encouraged. You might be the little girl from Israel. You might have been taken captive in a drug addiction, lying. I mean, you can just be taken captive in in something that just got you bound. But you can be in a position where you can be around somebody else that's also bound. And the thing is about it that, and it don't have to be the same thing, but you can just tell them like, okay, I'm in this situation, but I know there's a man of God. I know a God who can heal you. Baby, God allows us to go in situations for a reason. And then sometimes we put ourselves in situations. I'm also driving. But through it all, we know that God, Jesus, can heal us. All we got to do is just trust and believe and do just like Naaman. And when your deliverance comes, it might seem silly. God might tell you to do this. God might tell you to do that. And you probably think like, how am I going to get the healing from that? But God got a way of working things out. And just like Naaman, after he became healed, he turned around and gave that very thing that he was worshiping that wasn't doing enough for him. He gave it back to God. That very thing that had you bound, that very thing that had you in a leper state, that very thing that had you up all night crying and stressing. When you give it to God after he has delivered you from, and you give it to God, baby, you are doing something. You be encouraged. If you were the one that's been held captive, be encouraged. If you the one that need healing, you be encouraged. You just trust God. And you guys have a great day. I'm going to get in because it is raining. Okay, bye.